everyone, it's Chris the Batman Statue Collector, your Dark Knight of Collecting, and I'm back with another Marvel Spotlight piece. We actually recently did a review for the regular not too long ago, but now we have the Deluxe, and it's all thanks to collector Eric Babcock, who sent in his footage of his incredible Deluxe 1/4 scale statue from our friends over at Iron Studios. Again, this is the Mark 85, and of course it is from Endgame. I absolutely love this Iron Man statue. It is so cool. Of course, this is the unmasked portrait with that Robert Downey Jr., all the light up features, again 1/4 scale, and I'm really excited to talk about this one with you guys. So basically what we're looking at here is the box here, a really nice box art. As you can see, it's got the Avengers logo and the Marvel logo as well, and again, this entire line from Iron Studios has been incredible in my opinion. I think that they do a really good job with these Marvel pieces. Of course, they're just now starting to do DC pieces as well. But we're not going to focus on DC, we're going to focus on Marvel today. Something a little bit different for the channel for sure, but I'm really excited to talk about it. So again, the box art looks really nice. You have the new Iron Studios logo on the side, which looks really good as well. And it's got a lot of blacks and reds, and it just really captures, of course, boom, there's the statue itself all lit up, which is just absolutely incredible. The fact that it has so many different light up features is really quite impressive. We're going to get into that in more detail, but basically 17 LEDs in this thing. This particular version that we're looking at, again, is the Deluxe, and it does retail for $1,200. So a little bit more expensive than the other one, but I think it's worth it than the regular, just because you get that extra portrait and it just looks absolutely fantastic. I also have to tip my hat. Look at the nice straps on here. Very, very nicely done by Iron Studios. I love companies that do these straps. Just a little classier than just tape. I think that looks really nice, and again, just a really cool, nod to the collectors in my opinion. So again, thanks again to Eric for this footage as he kind of shows us inside of the styrofoam. This is always helpful if you ever sell it and need to put it back in storage or something like that. At least you kind of know where things are. These pieces look incredible, and having recently just done the regular, I can tell you that the end paint is just incredible here. It's just very nicely done. It has that nice chrome look, really, really shiny. It's got the battle damage on it, and nice key. As you can see, it's really deep, so it's not going to go anywhere. It's really well done. And again, I just love the colors. So really you have a couple different torsos here as well, which again aids in the light up features. So you have those repulsors and all the other things in the back. Really, really cool. So it really kind of depends on how you want to display it, but just the fact that it does come with both is really, really cool. And I just really appreciate that from this company. Here you can really see all of the levels. It's just really a really cool piece with all of the detail, and you kind of see behind the scenes how it's all going to work and how those LED elements are going to all work together. Really, really cool. So it's got a really nice base. We're going to see that here in a little bit more detail, but here is Eric putting it together. And as you can see, it looks really good. And then he also has, randomly shows us his other pieces in the collection, which again is just incredible. We've got the Sideshow piece there, but then also the Iron Studio pieces. And again, it's just going to look so good in his collection. So I'm really glad he actually got distracted a little bit and showed us that, because it does look really, really cool. I can't wait to see his display all together. But here you can see again kind of how the pieces all fit together, really nicely magnetized, and everything fits just really nice and snug. And again, I just really wanted you to focus on the shine. It just has that cherry red, which is exactly what you want. Some Iron Man statues and some companies, they kind of paint him a little flat, and I'm just not always all that impressed. But here you go. Speaking of impressed, here you go. All the light ups are on. It just looks incredible, and that face sculpt I think is really, really good. It's always hard to compete with like Hot Toys and silicone and other thing like that, but this one, in my opinion, is very, very well done. There's no questioning who he is. I think it looks really good. The battle damage on his face, and just overall the pose of the sculpt looks great. And I think having those extra pieces on his back all lit up really make it worth that $1,200 price point. Just having the LEDs, having the light up feature, it just looks so good to me. And it's something different. He's rocketing off the base, that great Avengers base. And again, if you saw our review the other day, it's got really nice crumble effects and everything else. But if you're going to get a version of this, I think this is the one you should get. I just think it's a little bit more money, but it's worth it because of the extra, bells and whistles you're going to get. This is 33 inches tall, and it's 14.6 inches deep, so it's going to have a good 1/4 scale footprint, but not overly going to take up a lot of space either. 20.9 pounds on this. So again, nice solid polystone statue from Iron Studio, and I'm just really impressed. But let's continue to take a closer look at this thing, because there's so much detail, there's so much to look at, and it's just a dynamic. In a way, it is kind of a museum pose, but at the same time, he's blasting off. So you get kind of the best of both worlds, in my opinion, which looks really good. One thing I want to bring up, and I brought this up again in the last review, that the paint lines here are very, very clean. I've talked about it on other Iron Man statues. Sometimes the black lines in between the creases are sloppy, and they just don't look very good, and it doesn't translate into armor. This, on the other hand, is really, really well done. I don't see any of those same issues that I have not liked in the past. I think that they did a tremendous job with their artists, a tremendous job with the sculpt and the paint, and it just really shows in this piece. Iron Studios continues to have incredible quality with these pieces, especially at the 1/4 scale. And again, I think these all look so good together. I really like that Thor, especially. But anyway, you can see how the light up, again, 17 LEDs here, which is just insane. But it just is going to add something extra to your collection. It is absolutely going to be a standalone piece if you need it to be, a standout piece in your collection if you need it to be, or part of an ensemble. But either way, I think you're going to be absolutely fine and happy with this piece. Are there other versions of Iron Man out there? Yes, it really depends on if you love this armor or not. If you hate 85 armor, this is probably not the piece for you. But if you are somebody like, I've said it before that if I do not collect Batman, I would collect Iron Man. Iron Man would definitely be what I collect. I would be the Iron Man statue collector for sure. And I would collect all the different armors. I would collect as many of these pieces as possible. And it might even be cool to have this in this version, the unmasked version, and then buy a second one with the regular, just to give you two different looks. Now, again, that might be pretty excessive, but I have seen collectors do that. And so, again, it really just depends on how much you love this character and how much maybe you liked Endgame. Endgame was phenomenal. I loved the entire series, phase 1, phase 2. I just absolutely loved everything they did, and it shows here. I think there's a lot of quality here, and again, I do feel like you're getting a good quality statue and product for your buck. Again, $1,200, that's a lot of money. It's especially for 1/4 scale. You think I can get a $1,200 statue, a 1/3 scale statue for $1,200, and that's true in a lot of cases. But you're not always going to get the light ups. You're not going to get some of the swap outs and things like that. So you do have to take that into consideration. Maybe some of you might think that this is overpriced for what it is. But I do feel like you do get value here at the 1/4 scale. And again, it's just a big piece. It's going to be tall, again, 33 inches tall. And polystone and all the light ups, it's just very, very cool. So what we're looking at here, to kind of wrap this all up, is that we're getting the regular, basically the regular portrait with the extra add-on, and it just looks good. It just looks really good. And this would be something, again, it's do you display the unmasked or you display the masked? I think most people would probably do the masked, but I don't know. I think that both versions are very well done. And again, if you get both, it's the best of both worlds. But I really like this. Again, kind of recap this again. It is the Endgame statue from our friends over at Iron Studios. This is the Mark 85. It does have 17 LED light ups, which is just incredible. 33 inches tall, 14.6 inches deep, and 20.9 pounds, and it does retail for the $1,200 price point. As far as I know, the regular is still available on Sideshow, and so is this exclusive right here, this deluxe version. If you are interested in ordering from the channel, that does help support us, so thank you guys very, very much for that. I will put the link down below in the description. But I do want to hear your thoughts on this piece. I want to know, what do you guys think? Do you agree with me about the paint? Do you agree with me or disagree with me about the price point? Do you feel like the Robert Downey Jr. head is spot on? I don't know if it's 100%. I think it might be maybe 92% there, in my opinion, but I think it's very, very close, and I really think they did a really good job with the sculpt. And I do, in my opinion, again, I do feel like the Deluxe is the better statue for your buck. Yes, you can get the regular for cheaper, but I do think if I was going to buy this, this is the version that I would buy, just because it just seems like it has so much more impact in the collection. And again, I can't wait to see Eric's collection with it all together, because it's just looking absolutely fantastic. We're going to have to get him for sure to be a featured collector. I know Eric is also filming some other reviews for us as well. So again, Eric, thank you so very much. You're an amazing collector, and thank you for offering to do this for us today, because again, I like to feature these pieces on the channel that I wouldn't normally review, but I know you guys would be interested in seeing, and hopefully this little image, this little video today has helped some of you decide whether to get this or not, or some of you might be glad you passed, or I hear all the time, hey Chris, it's because of your review, it's because of this video that I decided to go ahead and finally buy these statues. And so I always love to hear that, because hopefully we can continue to inspire you guys and help you decide and make your decisions a little bit easier. That's why we do reviews on YouTube. And again, just thank you guys so very much for checking this out today. Again, please leave your comments down below of what you like about this, what you don't, and if you agree or disagree with me on all those points that I was making. So anyway, again, you can order this below in the description, and again, that does help us, so thank you very much. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and click that notification bell. Make sure you choose all, that way you don't miss any of this content. Also consider hitting the join button down below. That does give you early access to videos just like this, and also other perks depending on what tier you end up doing. And again, that does help support the channel very, very much, and helps us improve and continue to bring you the highest quality that I can give you. So anyway, thank you guys so very much for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed it today. Again, if you did, please hit that like button. Otherwise, please comment down below, and we'll see you next time right here in the Batcave. Goodbye, everybody. Thank you so very much for watching today, and if you're new here, please hit the subscribe button right here on the screen and check out these two awesome videos. I think you're going to love them. And also please join us on social media: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. I would love to have you join in all the fun. Thank you guys so very much for watching. See you in the Batcave.